Alright, what is going on everybody? Slim here, and I have a double upload for you guys today because Summer Test Realm has dropped. So this is like my second time I've double uploaded this week, which is pretty, impressive, I must say so. So if you aren't subscribed, feel free to do it, and all like ratings would be appreciated on this video. But yeah, I'm going to be going over everything new in the Summer Test Realm that I am aware of, and I'm going to offer my opinions on a couple of things. My guild thing is a little bit bugged right now, so I haven't really had the chance to look at everything yet. So, but yeah, I'll try and cover everything I can on the guild system. But yeah, let's get right into it, guys. All right, so the first thing I want to cover is the Professor Horrid pack that got updated to 150 in the Crown shop. So I want to say, first of all, I don't mind packs being updated to 150 as long as they are fair, personally, because in this case, all of the Professor gear is literally the exact same as the Merciless gear. The only difference, really, is the fact that it gives a different item card. As you can see right here, Professor versus Merciless. Basically the same thing, aside from Dual School, and obviously the item cards, but, some schools' item cards suck, which we'll be talking about a little bit later. But for the most part, right, it is literally the exact same of the Merciless gear in terms of statistics, which is pretty cool. That being said, there are also wands that got updated that are pretty solid. Ice has a minus 95% tower shield. I'm not sure if that only applies to drains or what's up with that, but, as you can see, that is kind of broken, right? Couple other cards here as well. You have Drake's Quake, removes 3 negatives on you as well. Pretty good stuff. Balance has a minion killer that can take advantage of death, life, and myth, so pretty good. Now, if you compare some of this stuff to other schools, you'll see that some schools are, obviously just blatantly better than others. Right, in this case, again, Storm got the short end of the stick, or whatever the saying is. Life, for example, can run this, and where is the other one? It's a bubble. So Life can get a robe that gives healing and damage on their robe and their wand, which means Life Wizards actually can carry 10 bubbles now, like the Darkmoor days, which is kinda crazy to think about. Life was already one of the best schools in 5th Age PvP, but having these item cards being the exact same as Merciless just makes it more reason to spend crowns on this pack, and it just buffs the schools that are already better for the most part, right? Ice, Life, Balance, Death, they all got the best pieces of item cards. They're all the best schools in the current meta. And, Fire got a decent item card. Myth has decent stuff, but Storm really is bad with item cards. So I would either like to see KingsIsle make it fair across the board. Again, I've been advocating for this. If Life is going to get this, can other schools get equally as good item cards and not dog water item cards? Please and thank you. Because we don't need to already have bad stats. We could at least have card equality and gear equality. But that's just my opinion on that, guys. Long story short, Professor Pack is updated to 150 with Mercy stats, but just different item cards. You might want to invest into the item cards if you are balanced. Again, one of the best schools: Death, Balance, Ice, or Life. Next thing I want to talk about is the new Spellment lore system, the Skeleton Key bosses. Now, I'm very disappointed with this personally. I know there's players out there that like PvE hard mode or whatever, and that's fine. I wouldn't mind it as well personally, but I don't like it when the game forces me to do something. So, for example, right, if I want to get Spellments from Lore Master, I have to literally not hit on my hitting school, which doesn't really make sense to me, right? I would have to use like a life hits for the cheats, and I don't like that because there's no option, there's no secondary option for me to just farm. I want to be able to farm an updated boss in 1 or 2 rounds and get Spellments, and there should also be the option for the people who like a challenge to do the hard mode, but maybe get 5 or 10 bonus Spellments. I think that would be the most fair way for KingStyle to implement it for all players to be happy. Because right now, I really, really want Lore Master Spellements, but I'm not going to sit there for 20 minutes or something. Just do some stupid garbage. Just get a couple of Spellements and do that over and over. I don't like that. I just want to, go there, 1 or 2 rounds, go in, go out, like, previously in the past, and that's how I want to farm for my Spellements, because I'm not there for the experience, I'm there to get Spellements. And again, I know there's some people who like the hard modes and they like the challenge. That's fine. I'm not attacking your opinion. I'm just saying how I view it, and there should be options for both players, me as a player and you as a player, so everybody can be happy, basically, is my point here. On stream, we tried to defeat both of these bosses, just, playing regularly, and didn't really work. Again, I don't mind cheating bosses, like, any other world. By the way, the game is so laggy right now, good god, but I don't mind cheating bosses, but I don't like it when they go to this extent, especially without an option, right? Again, Lore Master right now, you just go in, and you have to hit with, like, a different school, which is, kind of dumb that they're forcing dual school in that way. I would like the option to not have to deal with that. That's basically my point here, guys. Let me know what kind of mode you guys like in the comments below. Do you like the Spellman system the way it is right now? Do you not? I know we made a poll on stream, and it was actually pretty divided. I think no won by like 10% or something, but yeah, it's actually pretty divided right now, which, is all the more reason for KingStyle to have the 2 separate modes to please both types of players, right? Not just alienate one. So yeah, the guild system, again, I haven't really explored everything yet. I added a couple people to it. I named my guild Dauntless Goats. I really hope this means that other people can't copy your name. I hope it's like an exclusivity thing. And yeah, so you can actually trade, I think, housing items and give people permissions to decorate the house, which I think is actually pretty darn cool. I'm not sure if I can trade my gear to other players, though. I know that's something that people are really interested in. Yeah, I don't think there's really anything to trade gear that I'm aware of, which is interesting, but you can give permissions. For example, I could give permission to Wolf to decorate the house, right? So we could all decorate the house together, which I think is a very good idea on KingStyle's part. You can decorate the house with a friend, get it done faster, and, maybe also have, like, a competition, right? Who can build a better looking scenery in 5 minutes in the same house, right? Could be something cool like that. I don't know. Just more ways to play the game, and I do think that is a positive plus. That being said, though, if they do decide to add gear transfer, I would be pretty interested to see how that works. I do think, guilds could do this, I feel like, just to help out, a lot of players, new players. I know, for example, here on the channel, if, I don't know, Mr. Daniel doesn't have a lot of time, he works a lot, and a new update drops, he can't afford to farm stuff, but, I got a spare Merciless Wand. I could put it in the bank, and I could just give it to him, because we can help each other out in the community, and especially in guilds. I'd really like to see that type of play incentivized. Also, maybe pet trading. I'm not sure how I feel about that, though, because that could lose KingStyle, like, money. But, I wouldn't mind that, to be honest. You could, like, give somebody a pet to, like, self-hatch themselves, and they could bring it back to you or something. I don't know, man. Just thinking some food for thought ideas here, but yeah, I'd really like to see gear transfer come to guilds. Again, I don't know if it's here. I have no way of looking at that right now, but yeah, then obviously you see me here in the new guild house as well. Looks pretty good. Can't really decorate it at the moment, unfortunately, but very, very nice house. It's pretty laggy here, though. I'm not sure if that's just a test realm thing. Another thing I want to bring up here quickly, I just finished recording. I closed my woods and everything, but there's actually pet woodcasts as well, and I don't know how I feel about this because you give up a talent for it. Some schools, aka Storm and Fire, cannot give up a single pet talent because their stats are already so bad. But schools like Life and Ice can literally socket anything on a triangle, put anything on a pet. So it's gonna buff the better schools, unfortunately, in PvP. So again, this is good to help with deck fills, right? But again, we need the gear on it to be a bit more balanced so that every school can at least afford to give up a triangle socket and a pet talent to do this stuff, because it's only gonna, the schools that are best right now, or quote unquote balanced, I guess you could argue, are the only ones that will be able to do this, right? Schools like Storm, Myth, and Fire can't do this because they'll be giving up too much on top of everything they're already giving up. So, cool idea, but you guys need to make better gear for those schools. And yeah, that's everything for the video. I hope you guys did enjoy it. Be sure to leave a like, rating, and sub again if you made it this far. I'd really appreciate it. And yeah, thank you for being here. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. As always, take care, guys.